Okay? And welcome to Tuesday in Rebuild in June in the Fitness Protection Program. The base series for Tuesday throughout the month is bridge with slides, side plank raises, plank, and dead bug. I'm going to break down the moves, and then once you've gone all the way through the first circuit, the base circuit as written, I'm going to show you, if that doesn't feel like enough work, how to get more work. If that feels like enough work, stop. You're right where you need to be. That's awesome. But if that didn't feel challenging, if you don't feel things working, if you're like, that wasn't quite, I want more, I will give you more. But there's no glory to getting to more faster. Don't put pressure on yourself. Find where you understand where you are, make peace with it, and do what you need to do next. So for that effect, bridge with slides, 3 sets of 10. When it comes to a bridge, we want to keep our knees aligned. We want to keep the small of our back against the floor while we set up. Inhale, then a big exhale. When you exhale, press the small of your back against the floor like you're trying to draw your belly button to your spine. I hear people say that all the time. That never resonates with me. I think about trying to close my rib cage as tightly as possible. Because once we've done that, our core is completely activated. We want to keep that core activated, not locked super tight, but activated throughout the course of the bridge. Exhale, activate, turn on your glutes, lift them off the ground. Higher is not better, don't go crazy, especially not to the point where you get an external rotation in your hips. Keep your knees aligned, want your shoulders still touching the floor and your spine as well. This is a bridge. 3 sets of 10, we're going to slide out our heel out 10 times without letting everything drop because we're going to keep this locked. 1, 2, and don't go crazy. Further out is not necessarily better. This can be a subtle move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3 sets of 10 on each leg. That was a demonstration of what leg 1 would look like. Here's leg 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. A cue for me. One of the things that I got into the habit of doing while I was performing all the bridges during my first month rebuilding was to keep the palms of my hands facing the ceiling. Why? When they're down, I tend to put pressure into my hands and then my shoulders would come off the floor. That's not what we want. We really want our glutes and our core doing all of the work here, no assist from our arms. That's more likely to come if your palms are facing the ceiling. So 3 sets of 10, bridge with slides, 3 sets of 10 on each leg. Next, we've got side plank raises. Same as Monday. Where we kind of want to start, I'm going to lose that ball, where we kind of want to start for side plank, and I get it, plank is hard, you guys. It hurts my wrists too. It hurts them still. So start where you are. Don't worry about getting to the hardest possible plank. What we want to do is be in a place where you can lift and lower your hips with your body in good alignment. So for that, I mean stack your hips on top of each other, line yourself up against the wall, lift and lower, activating the muscles under here. Not letting your chin touch your shoulder. You don't want to wear your shoulders for earrings. We just want to lift and lower. And if all you're doing is getting a little bit off the ground, you're getting what you need. If you're activating this and lifting just a little bit, that's fine. Higher is not better. We don't need to go crazy here. If you can do that with ease, then you need to be up here. I do not need to have you on one hand and holding. Start where you are. And if that starts with side plank, on your knees, only lifting your hips, that's fine. Do 3 sets of 10 on each side, okay? Lifting and lowering, each time you lift and lower is 1. So to be, again, perfectly clear, because somehow I'm sure that's confusing somebody who you're scared you're going to have questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10, and then switch sides. The next move is plank. Again, meet your body where it's at. And if all we can do is get here and hold it for a few seconds, that's great. Do what you need to do. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, not very far out. We want them directly, fairly close together underneath your shoulders. Press your fingertips into the ground. Pay attention to what's happening down in here. That's where this that breathing trick comes into play again. Exhale. Lift. And you want all of this to be doing the work. It should feel like you're trying to push your armpits towards your waist. And that counterbalance is what's going to keep you aloft. And the idea here is we want to work for 45 seconds in this position. I do not care how many breaks you need to take. It's not 45 seconds total. It's 45 working seconds. Here's what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need a break. That was 4 seconds. We go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. So effectively, every time you take a break, you're not counting the breaks as part of the work, you're stopping the clock. Stop the clock when you take a break and keep going until you have reached 45 working seconds in that plank position. Again, I'm going to keep saying this because it's true, and no one told me this until like last year. I've been doing plank a long dang time, you guys. The trick to plank, the magic of plank, the reason we do it, it all comes from your armpits. I had no idea. If you knew that, congratulations. If you didn't, yay, I'm glad we're in the same boat. Finally, dead bug. When it comes to dead bug, we want to lift our knees and put them in, this is called the tabletop position, not up here, not like that. We want to kind of keep them flat so that if I was to put something like my iPad on them, it's not going to fall, it's not going to slide, it's going to be nice, level, and balanced. Okay, with dead bug here, the idea is to extend one leg and resist the urge to retract that one, because this is what tends to happen, and we don't want that. Fight that urge, one leg, two leg. Alternate, alternate, till you get 5 on each side. If that's easy, and you don't find yourself instinctually moving one leg back, you can add your arms. Oops. This is a coordination move, and I really suck at it. Notice I'm not even volunteering to do that long because I get the arms wrong consistently. I hate dead bug. If you follow me on Instagram, when I do this move with one of my physical therapists, and they make me do this all the time, they have to correct me constantly. Nope, arms, nope, arms, nope, arms. I swear I think the only reason they do it is to humiliate me a little bit because my ego totally needs the beating. Anyway, so those are the 4 moves, and this is how we're going to make them harder and progress throughout the month. Now, again, this is written in your training peaks, so you don't have to write all this down. It's also in a graphic design, a little piece of art that lives in the membership area of your website. If what we just did is all you do and sufficiently difficult throughout the month, great. Do it with gusto. Own it. Stay there. You should feel activation, not terrifying, totally lethargic soreness, but it should feel like you did something, because all in, it's going to take you about 10 minutes to go through the circuit. The first step up, if you want more work, is to increase the reps. 3 by 15 in the bridge, 3 by 15 again on each leg, 3 by 10 for the side plank raises. For the plank, we're not going to make it harder, just 45 working seconds. Hopefully you'll have fewer breaks than you did before, but if you have just as many, don't worry about it. That says nothing about lack of progress. You might be a little more tired, a little more fatigued, your head just not in the game. There are a million reasons why you might need more breaks in week 2, and none of them have to do with failure to progress, so don't worry about that. And then finally, for dead bug, if you want a little more, go to 3 sets of 10 on each leg, okay? From there, with the bridge with slides, we get in and you're like, hey, I need more work. I'm ready for more work. This is what's written in your training peaks. You don't have to do it if you're not there yet. Take the band, put it around your knees. Lift, turn your booty on, march. You're going to do 3 sets of 10 alternating legs. So set of 10 with the legs alternating, take a break in between, do set 2, take a break, do set 3, take a break. That's what this is. Again, don't go crazy, even if it's a small move. I prefer a small move with shoulders on the ground and the pelvis not moving to a big one where you're losing form. Bigger is not always better. So that is what the band in the march looks like. And then in the next week, if you want more work still, we increase the number of reps from 10 to 15. For the side plank raises, this converts, if you want more work, those raises just aren't doing it, then we're going to go out to the side plank position and try to work there for 30 working seconds. Take as many breaks as you like. Remember, just like in a regular plank, all of the loft, all of the lift, all of the work is coming from your armpit. Let's aim to do 30 working seconds on each side. And if this is where you start, great. Just try to take one leg and get into the position if you need to. Again, don't push up. It's not about how high you can get. It's about how aligned you can stay. When I perform side planks, this is generally how I do them, even though it's not a perfect stack. It hurts my wrist and my ankles less. So that's where I'm at. So we're going to go to 30 working seconds on each side. And then we're going to do 4 sets. We're just going to up the reps. You're going to do 30 seconds on each side. That's 2 sets. So 4 by 30 means 2 sets of 30 working seconds on each side. That's the final upgrade for this. For the side planks. Need glasses. I'm not used to them yet. Okay, so for the plank, we're just going to, if you want more work, you got 3 sets of 45 working seconds, 3 sets of 45 working seconds, then 3 sets of 1 working minute, 3 sets of 1 working minute. That's plenty hard. If we're upping the ante everywhere else, we don't need to push too hard here. Finally, with dead bug, where we go next is we add the loop. I wrote ball, I meant loop. Yay! And this is what it looks like when you have a loop. You put it around the arches of your feet. 1, 2, 3. Again, don't bring this leg back. Want to keep this leg right here. You're fighting to keep the small of your back against the ground. This is a core exercise. So we do 3 sets, so 10 on each side, so that's 20 in one set, 3 sets of that. That is it for Tuesday. If you have any questions, put them in the daily thread each day in Facebook. If you're not a Facebook user, I'm going to send the links at the beginning of each month to everyone so that you have the Ask the Coach form. You don't have to have a Facebook account to join us for the live streams for Ask the Coach every Sunday night on the Fitness Protection Facebook page or on my Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/coach/CoachMK. And that's pretty important because you don't need an account on Twitch at all to consume or talk to us about what we do. You don't have to get an account anywhere. This is also supplementary stuff. As far as we're concerned, the subscription is the strength plan, the run plan, and all of the demonstrations. It's all right there in the membership area of your site. Everything else that we do is supplementary on top of that. If these things aren't accessible to you, let us know, and we will try to work on that going forward. But for now, this is what we have, and this is where we're at. I'm never going to ignore you, and I'm never going to say no. I will find a way to work with you, even if you don't ever want to use Facebook or Twitch. But do know you can join the YouTube channel as well, and all of our backlogs, all of our back catalog of content is going to live in the Coach MK Facebook page, as well as the Fitness Protection Program, YouTube channel, in the Coach MK YouTube channel, as well as the Fitness Protection Program YouTube channel. Those do not yet have a live streaming option that we are able to exercise. That may be coming later, but for now, if you don't feel the pressure to catch it live, you can go and see questions answered there. Otherwise, your coach, you're loved. I will see you for Wednesday.